reception might not have been very good as Tracy was uploading a YouTube video. So hopefully the reception might be a bit better. So, but now we're on to the treat balls. Yeah, and I got notified we were live. Well, I just got notified that we're live again. I didn't get one when we first went live, but I got one when we went, when we just went live. We don't have anyone with us just yet, I don't think.
See, why don't I get that?
Well, I don't know, it's just told me YouTube watch live now or something. Hi, Linda. Is the reception better this time? Hopefully. Well done, Han. Ice, you can't make him go when he's got his treats out. Should we move your treat ball away? There we go. It's over there now.
It says, I want you to hand feed me.
Well, that's what Annie did last week. She was very confused. No, she just looked at me. So Nero got 2. Oh, that's good. Reception's better, yeah.
Wind noise bad.
Oh, it could be. Sorry, we can't use the microphone as it has a different thingy. I'm okay. Yes. It will be. If you go on your phone, there's a couple of questions. If you can find it on your phone, you can do it.
I can do it. Look. Oh, look, my video's nearly uploaded.
Well done, right?
Go on there.
Yes. There.
Okay. Let's have a look. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Linda, Diane, Sherry Burger. I have a.
Why don't I just give you my phone? I actually don't know. I can just do that.
That would make sense there, and I'll give you that.
Cool.
I'll give you mine.
Switch.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Hello.
Oh, I can't see your writing. It's tiny. Okay. Oh my goodness. Right. Is it normal that my 2-year-old is super skinny? It depends what you mean by skinny, because everybody's definition of skinny is slightly different. A lot of ours are a little on the tubby side, but with a 2-year-old, you know, you don't want to see too many ribs or their hips sticking out. So if there's like quite a dip here and the hip sticks out, and you can see a lot of ribs, then you need to be feeding more, obviously making sure that they've been wormed. You know, don't underestimate how much a youngster needs to help them grow. And most of the feed companies can give you advice on what you need to give. We feed Thunderbrooks ourselves, so you know, whoever your feed supplier is, just maybe ask them, or even your vet. I'm going to try and read some of these. Frey, honestly, I'm blind. The young one's quite small. Young ones, yeah, I mean, it's like any babies. They'll keep growing until they're 5 or 6. Oh my goodness, Frey, okay. Happy Easter, Charlotte. Happy Easter to everybody. If you didn't hear the start, I was saying to Frey, because it's Frey Day on Sunday, she's very kindly doing Easter Sunday as well. I said she should be carving eggs out of apples. Yeah, maybe we should get Bailey on the case. Oh, he's busy today, yeah, he is. Yeah, he's performing in 6 today.
They can have ovals. I can do ovals.
You can do ovals. Well, that'll do.
That's like a 2D version.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah. There's Angel Eyes. It is windy here, so sorry if that's affecting the sound. There is another video that's literally just uploading now that hopefully there's not too much wind sound on. It's basically of spring cleaning with them because we've been doing a lot of that this week, defluffing them all. But you know, nature does its own thing. They make sure that they keep some of it because obviously we still get the colder nights and it gets chilly. Oh look, Iceman's come for his morning cuddles with Frey. At least he's cleaned his mouth. I think he cleaned his mouth on me. Oh, Iceman. You've lost a couple of your plats, look. Look, Jodie did you nice plats and you've lost them. Right, should we go and feed the girls? We'll leave these guys to their treat balls. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Break a leg for Bailey. No doubt he'll be a star. Well, I have to say, I actually decided to go to the opening night. I was only going to go today, but I went to the opening night on Thursday. And there's only 12 of them on stage, so there's the 6 queens and Bailey's part of the ensemble. And they were absolutely incredible. Absolutely amazing. And Grace Heap, who's produced it and directed it all, and you know, the kids have done a lot of it, you know, the youngsters who are at college, others that are at secondary school. They've really put on a superb production, so I wish I could share it with you, but sadly I can't. Anyway, look at Honey's little Tash. He says, no, I've got somebody coming up behind me. Ice, yeah. Right, let's head down to the girls. Sorry, we do have a microphone, but it goes in my phone and not in Frey's, unfortunately.
Oh, I can call your phone weird now.
Why?
Well, because it has a different thingy.
Well, yeah,
I like to call Anne's phone weird.
But can you notice that you can read the comments better because the writing's bigger?
You can still read.
Shall I tell everyone what Hoitzer did this morning?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's singing, so.
Yeah.
Maybe for the girls first.
Oh, they're making their way.
They're what?
Making their way.
Excellent. What have we got? We've got 6 out here, haven't we?
Yeah, I think it's 3 and 3, yeah.
Yes, we've
I'll
got
have your phone in my
Mabel and
pocket.
Zhao and Blackman.
Oh, I'll do gates. There we go. Hello, girlies. And Dowdeline. Hello, girls.
Good morning. How are we doing?
There we go. Hello, girlies. Hi, Ange. Hi, Paul. Hello, there's Skinny Innie. Dowdeline, they're wearing their rugs. There's the Nicky Noodles. My. Run. Mabe, you coming down? Mabe?
Mabel!
Come, Mabel! No Skinny Innie skin. That one. Well done. We sort of did. Hi, Annika. There we go. She's finding a way which isn't in the mud. Oh, I can zoom. So there's the ones in the safety zone. And go see Mabel. So we don't have Yo and Zhao out here as they're up the top and they're in fat camp in the top paddock. But there's Miss Maybelline.
Yeah, she doesn't like the muddy bit.
No.
Yeah, we did put the gateway in completely the wrong place.
I
didn't
know.
We might have to move that round.
Hey, maybe. Yeah. I forgot I had yours. Hi Layla, happy Easter.
Yeah, hi Layla. Thank you for commenting. We love everyone who joins us, whether you follow silently, whether you comment or not. So welcome and happy Easter to everybody who's on here, whether we see your name or not. Thank you, Charlotte, for reminding everybody to like the video. It all helps us. Any likes, comments, subscriptions. The subscription, none of it costs you anything, but it does help us to build our following and share more of what it is we do. Oh, we've got Innika. Good morning, Innika. Good morning, Nemo. I hope Nemo's relaxing and not being cheeky today like a Nero.
Hi Heather.
Oh, Sherry, how do we treat the mites in their feathered legs? What we do is, well, there's various things that we do. With the ones who are more affected with it, we clip their legs out. So we don't clip the long hair here, but we tend to clip all the front and under the back of the heel here. And then, because the mites love an area that's warm and damp, and the feathers are a perfect environment for them to thrive. So by clipping it out, you're taking away that environment that they love, but it also means that you can get to the skin and you can wash it regularly. We use frontline spray, which is very good at deterring them. We also use pig oil and sulphur. And the other thing that we sometimes do, if they are quite bad, is we'll inject them with Dectomax, which is a very good deterrent as well. I just prefer not to be injecting them with things if we don't need to. So we try and stick with the front line where we can. Good morning, Heather, and happy Easter. Should we go down and see some of the others? Mabel? Actually, no, we'll wait till Mabel's finished. Otherwise, we have to walk back for our bowl.
Yeah.
We'll go and see the others in a minute.
I think someone asked what age can you start driving them?
Never. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Well, you can start driving them. Some people start at 3 or 4. I personally wouldn't do that. I worked originally for a guy, Parker. Noodles has come to try and pinch Mabel's. And he never started his driving horses till they were 8. Now, of course, in years gone by, horses were driving at 2 and 3, and then they were retired, put to sleep, whatever, because they were finished by the time they were 8 or 10. So, you know, it depends on the kind of driving you're doing. But if you think about it, a horse isn't fully grown till they're 6. You know, their spine doesn't completely finish growing until that age. And, you know, traditionally we've all put a lot of pressure on horses at too young an age. So yeah, it's I have my own personal views on it. It doesn't mean that anyone else should follow it. You know, again, I actually don't really want to drive myself anymore, because I can see the the damage that it causes, but we have to do a lot of road work, you know, whereas if you're not having to do a lot of road work, it's not necessarily a bad thing. So yeah, I'm probably not the best one to ask. Let me see if I can see any other questions. What's Sherry saying? I just can't see what it says with the question mark.
I think she was saying what's Dectomax?
Oh, Dectomax. Oh, okay. Dectomax. It's I think it's a cattle wormer. But it's very good for deterring mites. But no, seriously, going back to the driving, you know, I think if you're driving a light carriage, then you're not causing any harm. And a lot of these show driving carriages that you see the Friesians driving in the displays over in the Netherlands, you know, they're very, very light. You just don't want to be hammering down the road all the time, because that does cause a lot of arthritis and concussion on all the joints. Hey Mai, we did think of driving you at one point, and you would have looked very beautiful and you probably would have enjoyed it. Hey. But it's not our thing these days, and that's not to say that it shouldn't be done. But as long as it's done with consideration and care, that's the main thing. Oh my. There's little Skinny Innie. Skinny Innie is being particularly her usual particularly odd self at the moment, just because she's in season. So when she's in season, she does a lot of running around. So she's off already. Oh, Mabes, are you staying? She says, no, I'm down here. I want to stay for some attention. Hey, Mai. Are you going? That's the only problem coming down here, is they have to come through this boggy bit. Maybe you should fence off the whole bottom of the field, Frey. Thank you, Heather. It really is a fabulous show. I'd not seen it, and we went to see at the cinema. They live streamed the on-stage show, and it wasn't what I expected at all. It was fantastic. So if none of you have seen Six before, do try and watch it if you can. Good morning, Sally. I hope you got my email. Not long now. Beelzebubs, you're absolutely right. That's why Inna is so skinny, because she's just constantly on the move. That's why she's Skinny Innie. Anyway, should we go and see Hoitzer and Jubbers? Okay. We'll collect a few feed bowls. Oh no, we did. I don't know why we didn't think, but there we go. Yeah, well, it was so dry at the time. Thank you. There's little Arthur. And there's Hoitzy Poitzy. He's over in the orchard. And there's a reason he's in the orchard today. Frey, I'll just walk over to them if you want to reverse Arthur round. So the reason that Hoitzer's in the orchard today is he was in stable stays last night. And I went to get him this morning, and I thought, oh, you're nice and clean. Maybe it's a good time to take you into your house and garden just to have a little look, not let him off, because of course it's very different. And he needs to see it before he goes in when it's finished, because we'll have visitors here. And I know that sometimes when there's something a bit different, he can get quite full of himself. And I foolishly didn't close the gate, and he got quite excited by a bit of plastic. and decided that it was terrifying and that he needed to exit the area, which he promptly did, and started making his way down to the orchard. So he and Jubbers are out here today, and they're going to spend the Easter weekend out here. Let me see if I can read the comments. I'm very sorry, but on Freya's phone the writing is tiny. Heather, tell Bailey it has a huge cult following in Australia. I saw it at the Sydney Opera House. Oh, wow. And yes, nothing like I thought it would be. It's just fabulous, isn't it? What a place to go and see it. My goodness. Hold on, let me see if I can move these comments. Anyway, yes, there's the cheeky Hoitzer. You were very cheeky this morning. Yes. So I will be making an announcement later today or tomorrow about the housewarming. What? Oh, well spotted, Frey. The gate into the 9 acre. Hoitzer will have been in there in a flash with little Jubbers. But you know what, Beelzebub, like Hoitzer, I know this about him. He's always been very responsive to sounds and anything that rustles or flaps around. You know, that's just who he is. And, you know, there was a big sheet of plastic in there. But he will, I know that he'll love it. I mean, you could tell as soon as he walked on the pavers that he felt the cushioning. And, you know, I would love when we do their housewarming for it to be the first time he goes in there. But I think for his own mental state and mine, I think we'll get you used to it before we do the official opening. But it's so lovely to see him when he is alert and like that, because, you know, a lot of the time he looks very tired, don't you, sweetheart? But certainly since he's had his feet injected again, and he's had his teeth looked at because he had those gaps and he had food getting trapped in between his teeth, he's doing really well. Your dogs are like that, a tiny noise. And all heck breaks loose, yeah. I mean, Hoitzer did it to me on the open day. I walked him into the arena and I just had a head collar on him, and he's really strong, you know, even as an old boy who has mellowed over the years. And he just decided he wanted to go down and talk to the girls who were on the other side of the fence. So he just went, but I know he's not going to go anywhere. And, you know, I don't need to give him that discipline like I have to give Nero, because Hoitzer knows when it matters and he's got nothing to prove, and he's, you know. Oh, Sally, you can't see an email. I checked my junk too. I did reply to Sally, didn't I?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes people have them issues if you send it off Wix, I think.
Oh, that's really odd.
They get them credits.
Okay, well that makes me worry about who else hasn't got emails from me. Yeah, no, I replied to your email, Sally, basically saying, well, no, I'll send it again. But no, you shouldn't have been thinking what you were thinking. That's all I'm going to say. You're never in the way. He is really pretty, isn't he? Is that Tills? I can't read your name. Tills. Hi, Mandy. No, Mandy, am I expecting an email from you? Because I know that we had an email.
Yeah.
Did we send a reply?
I sent
You sent a reply.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I get very confused. Okay, so we're waiting for an email back, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
If you haven't received one yet, then yes.
Yes, so if you haven't received Frey's email, this is really worrying that people aren't getting the
Mandy,
emails.
if you haven't received it, if you let me know, then I can send it directly, not through Wix.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
He reminds you of your old horse. What about this little guy? Here's the little Jubbers who's had a very traumatic night. Haven't you, Jubbers? Because not only did you not have your buddy Hoitzer, we put you in fat camp with Zhao and Yodel. So he was up with the two girls, and a lot of you on here will know that the girls don't always like Jubbers. He gets on with the boys really well, but not the girls. And he spent the night in with them. But yeah.
Let him share her breakfast
Yeah,
this morning.
which is unheard of.
I know. I plan to do a video tomorrow, so I add that bit in.
Yeah.
And it's quite impressive that you managed to get your head in her box.
You're very persuasive, aren't you, Jubbs?
You didn't give up.
No, but for anyone who doesn't know, or anyone who's joining us for the first time, if you can hear me with the wind, this little muzzle that he has on is because he gets laminitis, which is when he has too much of the fresh spring grass that's got too much sugar in. So he has this to slow him down, but you'd be amazed how much he still gets through it. And that just stops him getting the laminitis. Sally, no, but I sent the latest email went through our website email system as opposed to the ones I've sent you directly. So that might be why, so I'll have to send it again. Hoitzer is definitely my sweetheart. My knees and teeth are just the same these past couple of years. I love it. Oh, good morning, Lindsay. Good morning, Bessie. Happy Easter to you as well. Oh, I'm glad she's doing well. Jubbers is very sweet. He doesn't need the extra sugar, does he? Okay, right. We're going to head back up the road. Good morning, Susan. We're not going to give you a tour today because didn't we do that on a live earlier in the week? I can't remember. Yeah, so you had a little bit of a tour of the Hoitzer and Jubbers house and garden on Wednesday. We're not going to do that today, but we'll take you up to the top to see everyone up there, because you will be seeing more of the Hoitzer and Jubbers house very, very soon. In fact, my video that's uploading now shows you the painting in there. I didn't put the fencing in. But more on that either later today or tomorrow. There you go.
Yeah.
I think Tamara messaged you.
Huh?
I think Tamara messaged you.
Okay.
I was thinking we could get Vince to do the oil in this.
Oh yeah.
Really, honestly.
Oh, that's good, Mandy, that you got my email. Cool. Yes, they are. There's you and Shell. They're currently in fat camp. Hello. They're up there. Oh, I know. Jubbers has a good name, doesn't he? And it is. Okay. Yeah. We'll take you to see Xiao and Yo. Tracy's just going to get Nero a friend, as I think he wants a bit of company. But you can come see Yo and Xiao. So, Xiao, also known as Special Child Spesh, says she is. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? Yeah? Don't everyone see your eyes? Yeah? So they're currently up here, and we do call it Fat Camp up here, as oh, they are very pretty girlies. So that's Xiao, then here's Yo-Yo, and our big BFG, aren't you? Hey, such a pretty face. Yes, I know you might not be too impressed that you're in Fat Camp, but it does you no harm, sweetheart. Yes, because a few of them are on the slightly bigger side, aren't you? She's had a very nice roll. She's found a bit of mud and she's happy. She's had a nice roll. Says girlies.